Hey, we're back, and well, things are happening. Things are happening. So, we got the left engine, port engine nacelle onto the airplane. Here you can see the cardstock wheel well interior. And a bit of detail there is that it has the actuating arm here that attaches to the center point of the upper landing gear leg section right about there. And that's the part that wants to pull that upper section forward as the trailing arm pulls the lower section backward. So we get sort of an actuation on first on the upper section forward, and then the trailing arm pulls the other section back. This is essentially a knee joint on both sides there. So anyway, that's how she folds up. The gear will fit right into the slot here, I think. Yes. Okay, and then the trailing arm on each side should fit into the nacelle and then attach to the axle area. I can't see nothing. There it is. So this should go right about there, dropping in between the legs, as it were. Something like that is what we'll end up with, more or less. So for the landing gear, these parts won't be attached to each other until I'm putting it into the airplane. Pretty much what you just saw is what I'll be doing when I install the gear. Okay, so that's how that is supposed to look, at least in my iteration of the DC-3. And as you can see, that the fit on that, both the upper and lower, is pretty good. Now, it's not perfect. It was good on this edge. It was good on the underside on both sides. But there was a little bit of a gap here. So I took a 1/16 strip stock of balsa, shaved it a little bit to fit, and shoved it into the gap with white glue. And once that dried, then we come over the top with another run of the white glue to seal that. And that at some point the filler will also be used. The spackle will be liberally applied in a sort of a 50-50 water and spackle. Again, the consistency of about like toothpaste is what you want it to be. And then that's run into each of those four lines, separation points, or separation lines between the nacelle and the wing. So the way this goes together, and what I did was, essentially I just attached the upper and lower nacelle plastic covers to the skeleton, got that fit just how I wanted it on here, and glued it. Right, this flexes just enough to get us over the wing and to the set point where it needs to be on the wing. The cardstock for this one I still need to cut out and shape it, fit it in there, and it gets glued, as you can see on this. Here, let me flip this over again. See how that goes in there? It's folded on each of these demarcation lines. So the sides fold up, the forward end folds up, the rear just stays flat. Okay, so when I'm spraying this with the, first with the primer, we'll have a cover over this so we don't get any primer onto the cardstock. And then when I'm spraying the wing with the silver paint, I'll just cover this cardstock, and we'll leave this area exposed back here for the aluminum paint to shoot back in there. With the landing gear installed, I mean, you'd really have to kind of look around to see what's happening with that, but it should work. Also, you probably noticed, maybe you noticed, the landing lights are installed. Everything except for the lens covers and the shields that go over them, over the landing light fixture. So those will be applied later. Did have one mishap. One of the LED lights got between my X-Acto blade and the balsa and got sliced off. So I've got one landing light, or I've got one taxi light, but only one of the lights is going to work at this point. What I'll have to do is the leads for that defunct, now broken light, I'll have to pull the leads out so they're not connected to the battery at any point. So that's still to be done. Alright, what else can I show you? I think that's about where we are. Landing lights installed, the wings buttoned up, the nacelles are going on. This is kind of how we do it. So once I get this glued on here, fitted the way I want it glued, we'll be taking this out and fitting it in here and sliding it over the wing. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.